In today's video, we'll be researching, writing, and optimizing a blog post using Writerzen and Jasper AI. Writerzen is a powerful all-in-one content research and optimizing tool, while Jasper AI is one of the best AI copywriters in the market. So we'll be showing you how to save both time and money by combining these two powerful softwares to help find, write, and optimize your blog post. To get started, you need a plan for Writerzen. I'll leave a link in the description below for the lifetime deal that's available on Appsumo. If the deal has expired, then I'll leave a link to the regular monthly plan. Once you have a Writerzen plan, this is what your dashboard will look like. And we're not going to use the content creator and the plagiarism checker just as yet. We'll be focusing on using the topic discovery and the keyword explorer feature. So let's go ahead and get started with the topic discovery. And this is the feature in which we'll use to help us get some overview of the topic in which we want to write about. So I usually start by just searching up the seed keyword in which I want to write about. So if we're in the yoga niche, then you would search up yoga, or whatever niche that you're in, I would search up that broad niche first if you don't really have an idea of what you want to write about. So I've already done the search here, so I'm just going to go ahead and open that up. And this is going to give us a nice overview of that topic or of that niche. And once your topic is loaded up, this is what it will look like. And for each one of these topics, you can go ahead and click Show Ideas. This will give you some headlines in which you can use if you're writing about yoga. So whatever that keyword is, you'll get some ideas of topics that you need to include for that keyword when writing a blog post. And also on the right-hand side, you'll be able to see the Google Suggest Insights. And these are just questions in which you can include within your blog post. So these are some of the commonly asked questions on Google for that keyword. So for yoga, we see here that yoga versus hot yoga is a popular keyword, benefits of yoga, yoga while you're sick. And then you can sort this by questions, prepositions, and by comparisons. So as you can see, just for one keyword, we have a lot of information that we can work with. And if you like any of the headlines or the questions, you can go ahead and add it to a list. So I've already created a list for yoga, but you can go ahead and add that into your list for that new keyword. And in this way, you're already starting to build the outline for that blog post. So it's a good way to get some topic ideas, and you can go ahead and save that for later and then filter it when it's time to actually write your blog post. So your topics will be filtered by relevancy and by search volume, and you can toggle between these two. So let's go ahead and take a look at yoga and see what other topic ideas we get from Writerzen. So I like to go through the different topics, and then I like to see if there's anything that is repeated. So if I see a certain topic that's repeated a lot, then that's an idea to me that maybe this is a popular blog post topic and it may be relevant for my blog. What you could do is you can write a blog post about the health benefits of yoga, and you can include all of these different health benefits that you can expect while doing yoga. So that's one idea that we just get just by going through all of these different topics here. Now let's go ahead and order this by search volume. So this will order it by the topics that have the highest search volume. So just by looking at these topics, we see some reoccurring themes such as health-related benefits of yoga. So that may be a good key term for us to write about. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at health benefits. And if we go to show ideas, we can see some topics that we want to include if we were to write about this keyword. So the 10 health benefits of doing yoga every day. So again, I'm going to add that to a list. So I'm just going to go ahead and add the most relevant topics to our list. So once you've went ahead and added all of the general key terms or topics that you like the best, if you see something or a cluster of topic that you like, such as mental health for yoga, you can go ahead and do a search for that specific topic. So again, we're getting an overview and general topics because we just searched up yoga, which is a very general term. So this is what I like to do to start my research. But then when you want to get a little bit deeper and you find a topic that you like and you want to write about, go ahead and do a search for that keyword. And by doing so, we'll get some more specific topics for that keyword, which is especially helpful when you're starting to write a blog post about that specific topic. So we've went ahead and opened a specific keyword, which is yoga for back pain. And as you can see, we get a lot of different ideas here. Yoga for back pain, that's the main topic. And we have a pretty decent search volume. And we have some yoga stretching as well, in which we can talk about maybe stretches to help with back pain. And we also have some beginner yoga stretches, some morning yoga stretches, so upper shoulder pain. So these are all relevant to our blog post. So again, this would be a pretty good blog topic to go ahead and write about. So again, just using the same method that we used before, I would add all of the relevant topics that are relating to back pain and stretching and yoga poses to our list, so that when we start to create our blog post, we have a nice little outline ready to go. And now that we have a more specific topic, let's go ahead and do some keyword research to make sure that there is search volume for this keyword and that we can actually rank for this keyword if we were to write a blog post. So to do keyword research, just head back over to the dashboard and head over to the Keyword Explorer. And from the Keyword Explorer, you have two options. You can enter the seed keyword and then do some filtering down to find keywords that include back pain for your topic in which you're writing about, or you can directly enter the keyword yoga back pain or the keyword in which you're doing research for. I like to do the seed keyword method, so I usually search the seed keyword, which is yoga, and we get a nice overview of that keyword, so we can see the search volume and we can see the SERP overview. So this is the top 10 blogs or websites for this keyword. And if you scroll down, we can see some trends again for that keyword, but we're not really too interested in that. We're more interested in using the filtering system to help us find more specific keywords for our blog post. So to start by filtering, I always exclude keywords such as Walmart, Target, near me, and any other brands that may show up for that keyword. And I usually keep the word count to a minimum of 3 because we want to get those longer tail keywords. And I like to keep the volume to at least 100 because we want to get keywords that actually have search volume. And I've added in the golden score filter, and the golden score filter will add the all-in title and the golden score. And the all-in title means that this will tell you how many blog posts have that keyword within their title or their URL on Google. So for yoga near me, there's over 60,000 websites or URLs that have that keyword within it. So obviously it's going to be a more competitive keyword. So I will try to reduce this to at least 20. So I only want websites, I only want keywords that are in only 20 or less websites on Google. So by reducing this number, that means it will be easier for me to rank for that keyword because I'm not competing with a lot of websites that are ranking for that keyword. So this is a really cool and effective filter that's included in Writerzen that I haven't seen in other keyword research tools. And the golden filter will also give you a golden score. Now the golden score tells you how easy or how hard it would be for you to rank for a keyword. So the cutoff point is 1.618, and Writerzen recommends that anything below this will be easier to rank for, and anything after this number or larger than this number will be harder to rank for. So essentially it's a keyword difficulty metric, but it includes more things rather than just how difficult it is to rank for that keyword. It actually looks at the competitiveness of that keyword across the internet and how easy it would be for a newer blog or website to rank for that keyword. So I like to filter the golden score by the easiest to rank for to the hardest. This just makes it easier to find keywords that you can actually rank for much quicker. And because we're talking about pain, I'm going to go ahead and enter pain. So I want keywords that have pain in that title. And as you can see, by using these filters, we're able to find keywords that are relevant to the blog post in which we're writing about, but also keywords that we can actually rank for. So for instance, yoga pose for lower back pain has a search volume of 1900 and it has an all-in title number of 88. So essentially Writerzen is telling us that only 88 other blogs have this specific keyword within their title, and the golden score is 1.29. So that means it would be easier for us to rank for this keyword if we were to write about this topic. So this is very relevant to what we're writing about. So in order to select this keyword, you want to go ahead and click the check mark, and then you can also add this to a keyword list, which would be under yoga. So we can go ahead and add that keyword there as well. So I'm going to go through all of these different keywords. As you can see, we have some really relevant ones below as well. So yoga for tailbone pain, that's another good one. Yoga for back and neck pain. Yoga for upper back pain. So as you can see, these are some really relevant keywords. So I'm just going to go ahead and select all of those that I think are most relevant and add it to our keyword list. So now that we've done our topic discovery and we found some really good keywords in which we'll be targeting within our blog post, let's go ahead and start creating our content. So to do so, head back over to the dashboard and we're going to go ahead and start a new brief. And when you're setting up your blog post, you want to go ahead and enter your seed keyword and enter any writer's name or any other information that you like if someone else is writing this blog post for you. And once you've entered your seed keyword, you'll be able to see a competitive analysis before starting to write your blog post. So again, you get some more ideas for content. We get some suggested insights. So if you see any questions in here that you haven't included and that may be good for your blog post, just go ahead and click that and add it into your blog post. And another cool feature is the Reddit option, in which you can see some questions or things that people are talking about for this keyword on Reddit. So you can go ahead and select any one of these in which you like, and that will also be added into your blog post outline. And you have an option for the word count. Now, Writerzen doesn't give you a specific word range or word count in which you need to hit. Instead, it allows you to sort of choose the amount of words that you want to write based upon some data. As you increase the word count, you'll be able to see how long this blog post is compared to competitors. And I think anything over 80, 85, 90% would be pretty good in terms of word length. But again, it just depends on the topic and the keyword and the niche that you're writing in. And as you can see, as we head over to the next step, we're able to see the outlines that we chose. So some of them are going to be repetitive, but as you can see, we have a nice outline already. So we've already done the research up front. So now all we have to do is write content for these different H tags. Once you're happy, go ahead and save and set up keywords. And again, here we have some new keywords that we can take a look at. So this will show you any keywords that you may have missed. So just go ahead and add it into your blog post if you like any of these new keywords. So as you can see, you get a lot of different keywords and topic ideas when using Writerzen. So I really like that at every step, there's more information. So by the time you're ready to go ahead and create your blog post, you've already done most of the work. Now it's just all about writing the content for those specific keywords and for those specific topics. And what I like to do is copy all of the outlines onto the editor, just so that you can see the outline that you're working with a little bit better. So you can actually go ahead and start writing content within Writerzen. So that's a really cool feature that's included, but I prefer to use an external AI copywriter, because I find that you can get much better content when you use an AI copywriter, because they're built for writing blog posts. And that's why I'll be using Jasper AI to help us write the blog post content for this keyword. If you're not familiar with Jasper AI, it's one of the best AI copywriters in the market. I've used a lot of AI copywriters, but they by far have the best quality when it comes to getting content for a blog post. If you want to try Jasper AI for yourself, I'll leave a 5-day trial in the description below. And once you have an account for Jasper AI, you'll have access to a lot of different templates. So you can write both short and long form copy just using the different templates and the scenario in which you're writing about. But for this tutorial, we'll be writing a long form blog post, so I'll be using the long form assistant. I like to use the blog post workflow, which helps us to set up the blog post a lot quicker. The first thing that you need to do is describe the content that you want to create. So we'll be writing a blog post about how to reduce back and shoulder pain while using yoga. And once you've described your content, you can add a keyword, but I usually don't like to use a keyword. And the second step is to get a title. So just go ahead and hit the compose button, and the AI will give us a title based upon the input that we entered. Just go ahead and take a look at these different titles and see whichever one you like the best. So yoga for beginners, how to reduce back and shoulder pain. I think that one's pretty good and straightforward. Once you've chosen a title, it's time to get an intro paragraph. So I'm gonna go ahead and let the AI do its thing. And if you want more ideas, just click the generate more ideas and you can get more intro paragraphs, and just go ahead and read and choose whichever one you like the best. So let's go ahead and read through these different intro paragraphs and see whichever one we like the best. I think the third paragraph is really good. It talks about, do you suffer from back or shoulder pain? If so, you're not alone. Many people experience pain in these areas and on a regular basis. Fortunately, there's a solution, yoga. Yoga is a great way to reduce back and shoulder pain. In this blog post, we'll discuss the basics of yoga and how it can help to alleviate pain in these areas. And once you set up your intro paragraph, this is your long form editor. And this is where you'll be able to construct and create your blog post using Jasper AI. Once you've set up your blog post intro, head back over to Writerzen and copy some of the topics in which we found earlier within our topic discovery and just paste it onto your long form editor. While these were some pretty good outlines that we got, I also like to generate another outline from Jasper AI just so that we have a more complete blog post. So in order to do so, head over to the blog post outline, and the way to get here is to head over to the power mode and then select any of the templates in which you'll be using. So in this case, we'll be getting an outline, and we just want to go ahead and describe the blog post in which we're writing about. Okay, so here we have some pretty good outlines, and the second one seems to be the best. So the first outline talks about understanding the causes of back and shoulder pain. The second talks about learning how to do basic yoga poses, practice yoga regularly, modify poses as needed to make them more comfortable, use props, and listen to your body and stop if you feel any pain or discomfort. So this is actually a really good outline. And as you can see, this is why Jarvis is the best AI copywriter in the market. You don't need to give it a bunch of information, but it always seems to give you the right and the relevant information based on any sort of blog topic. And it just keeps on getting better and better as I use it. And that's because it's one of the oldest AIs in the market, and they're always optimizing and improving the AI. So I'm gonna go ahead and filter out these outlines and just keep the ones that are most relevant to our blog post. So yoga for back pain and shoulder pain, that's a good one. We'll keep that in there. This one's kind of repeated. Beginners, sure, we'll leave that in there as well. Seniors, we'll leave that as well. And pregnancy, we'll leave that as well. So these are the outlines in which we'll keep into this blog post. And in order to get content from Jasper AI, there's a couple of ways in which you can do so. So let's first go ahead and use the easiest method, which is just leaving your cursor under the topic in which we're writing about and clicking the compose button. And to do so, I'm gonna copy the title in which we're writing about, and I'm just gonna update it on the left-hand side. I want to understand the causes of back and shoulder pain. So let's go ahead and leave our cursor here and click the compose button. And what I like to do with Jarvis AI is just to keep on clicking the compose button until it gives me duplicate content or content that doesn't make any sense. As you can see, it's still talking about yoga is a great way to reduce back and shoulder pain. So I'm gonna let it continue going, and it sort of stops right here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the content that we have and see if it's relevant and how we can use it within our blog post. So as you can see, a lot of content there from Jasper AI. So understanding the causes of back and shoulder pain, one of the first steps to reducing back and shoulder pain is to understand the causes. If you work at a desk all day, for example, you may be hunched over on your computer without realizing it. So this is actually a really nice setup for the subtopic of understanding the causes of back and shoulder pain. And as you can see, the AI starts to talk about yoga poses for beginners, and specifically it talks about yoga poses that are beginner friendly to help reduce back and shoulder pain. So this is super relevant to one of our subtopic, which is yoga for back pain as a beginner. So I'm just gonna go ahead and paste this in here. And sometimes that's what happens, right? The AI is just really good at picking up on what you're writing, but you just have to organize it in a way that makes sense. So as you can see, we get some actual poses here. So we talk about the camel pose, and we talk about the triangle pose here, and it actually tells you how to do it and how that would help you within your back and your shoulder pain. So this is really in-depth and very high quality content that we're getting from Jasper AI. So let's continue to get some content for each of our subtopics within our blog post. And again, if you want to get content, just go ahead and copy the H2 or the topic in which you're writing about, and you always want to update your title and your content brief on the left-hand side. And because we're starting a new topic, I'm going to start the sentence and let the AI pick up from where I left off. And I just do this because I'm able to get some more direct content, especially when you're starting a new topic in your blog post. Okay, so this is the content that we got for how yoga can help with back pain for seniors. So it talks about how yoga can help seniors by reducing tension in the muscles and improving posture. And we have a couple different poses here. And as you become more comfortable with yoga, you can add in more challenging poses. And remember to listen to your body and only do what feels comfortable to you. Now, if I wanted some more content, what I can do is I could grab this headline here and head over to the power mode and use the outline template and try to get an outline for different yoga poses that are more specific for people that are a little bit old. So if we weren't satisfied with this paragraph, just by using the outline template, I can go ahead and find some different subtopics that I can include within this subparagraph that makes it a much more complete section of the blog post. But as we can see, we get some other really good outlines here, such as the benefits of yoga for seniors, the best poses for seniors, how to get started, and how to safely practice yoga. And if I wanted to expand on any one of these, I would go ahead and make it a H2 or H3 tag depending on your blog post. And again, you want to go ahead and copy the benefits and update the title and the content description on the left hand side. And as you can see, we get some pretty cool benefits here, and we also get some different types of poses in which we can start, but I don't need that right now. So again, I can leave this here, and as you can see, we get some nice benefits in which seniors can expect when using yoga. So improve posture, reduce stress, and relief from back and shoulder pain. So if you wanted to get some more content about one of these benefits, I would again just update the left hand side, and then you can go ahead and click the compose button. And if you want to go ahead and just keep on hitting that compose button, as you can see, we start getting some more content. And again, it's just about reading through that content, removing whatever doesn't make sense, or replacing some content that may be irrelevant. Now, another really good subtopic that we got for this section about back pain for seniors is the best poses for relieving back pain in seniors. So again, what I can do is I can copy this, I can head back over to the power mode and choose outline, and as you can see, we can get a list of different poses that can help relieve back pain for seniors. So I would just go ahead, copy this, paste it in here, and again, I would go and get content for each individual pose that's in this list section right here. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the section in which you have, which talks about back pain if you're pregnant. So I'm going to go ahead and paste the content that we generated from Jarvis into Writerzen. And as you can see, we hit the word length, we have the headings, we've hit that, and we have hit our paragraphs as well. We would just have to add images in and do a couple other optimizations, but as you can see, we're pretty much complete with this blog post. So if I scroll down to keywords, I'll be able to see different keywords and how many times I've used them within my blog post. So for low pain, I've used it 0 times within this blog post. So I may want to go back and take a look and see where I can add in these different keywords, such as physical therapy, chronic low, benefits yoga, body yoga poses, and other keywords that are most relevant. And on the next tab, I'll be able to see my competitors. So I can actually see which websites are ranking the top positions on Google, and I can see how many words they've included within their blog posts. So Healthline ranks number 2 and has 964 words. And we can see Harvard has about 1,000 words as well. Yoga Journal has about a couple hundred words. Everyday Health has about 1,500 words, and so on and so forth. So right off the bat, I could see that my blog post in terms of words is very competitive. It's on the higher end in terms of content. And if you're a new blog or a new website, then you want to make sure that you're writing content that's much higher than your competitors, because that'll increase the likeliness that Google will like your content and rank you a little bit higher. And again, I can go down and look at different questions to see if there's any questions that I want to include within my blog post that's relevant. And the last thing that I'm going to do is I will run a plagiarism check on this content, because we did use Jasper AI, which is an AI copywriter. We always want to make sure that we're checking for plagiarized content before posting to our blog or to our website. And as you can see, for plagiarized sentences, we have 0 sentences that are plagiarized. And there you go. That's how to use Writerzen and Jasper AI to help find, write, and optimize blog post content in half the time. We were able to use Writerzen to help us find topics within our niche, and we used their Keyword Explorer to help validate those topics to make sure that there's enough search volume and that it's not too difficult of a keyword for us to rank for. We then use Jasper AI's powerful AI copywriter to help write our blog post, and then we use the content creator model in Writerzen to help optimize our content. If you like this video, then give us a big thumbs up and subscribe for more videos in the near future. Until next time, stay well. I'll also leave a link in the description below for both Writerzen and Jasper AI.